I stand before you today not to speak of policy abstractions or diplomatic courtesies. I stand before you to speak of a people, a great, ancient, and proud people, who at mortal cost are fighting for freedom. What is unfolding across Iran is not simply a political dispute. It is not a contest between factions within a system. It is something far more fundamental. A national reckoning between a civilization and a ruthless regime that has occupied it for nearly half a century. Since inception, the Islamic Republic has not behaved as a state among states. It has operated as a revolutionary enterprise, exporting instability through proxies, subverting its neighbors' sovereignty, fueling conflict from Baghdad to Beirut, from Sanaa to Damascus, and advancing its nuclear ambitions beneath a fog of denial. It has not sought a place in the community of nations. It has sought to overturn that community. Yet something irreversible has now changed inside Iran. The battle in my country today is not between reformers and hardliners. It is between occupation and liberation. It is a battle for the soul of a nation. What we are witnessing is not a fleeting protest movement. It is a generational revolt, the most profound uprising in Iran since 1979, uniting workers and students, women and minorities, professionals and poets, and yes, even elements within the state apparatus itself. Together, they have rendered their verdict. This regime has forfeited all legitimacy. Indeed, it is a revolt against the 1979 revolution itself. When legitimacy dies, power begins to crumble. The regime understands this, which is precisely why it silences voices, shuts down the internet, and turns weapons against unarmed citizens. And the cost has been heartbreaking, a cost that demands this noble chamber bear witness. Men and women are being slaughtered in the streets and in their homes. More than 40,000 Iranians were massacred in a single week. The regime's operatives hunted wounded protesters in hospitals and executed them in cold blood. Bodies were collected by dump trucks. Families were forced to search through rows of unmarked body bags. 14,000. The number is almost too large to comprehend, too abstract. It allows too many in the outside world to look at it like mere statistic. So let me tell you some of their names and stories. Consider Hamid Pahlavi, the 30-year-old firefighter from Mashhad, who spent his final moments carrying wounded protesters to safety, only to be shot dead by regime forces for the crime of saving lives. Think of Sinan Kazemi, 22-year-old. He was in his final term of engineering school. He had a lifelong passion for music and and technology. He chose to fight for his and his nation's dignity. He was looking forward. Security forces shot him in the back of the head. In Bushehr, Nurse Mansoure Haydari and her husband, teacher Behruz Mansouri, had with broken bodies but unbreakable will. They would rather die standing than live kneeling. And so would I. Churchill understood such a people when he said that nations do not die when their soldiers fall. They die only when their spirits surrenders. I am here to tell you, Iran's spirit has not surrendered, and it never will. Despite its brutality, it's intact. My position has been anyone who doesn't have their hand soaked with the blood of the Iranian people should survive regime change and be part of the solution, both in terms of the military and security forces as well as the civilian bureaucracy.